Hi guys, it's your favorite 71% successful grant writer, Superior Shelby, and welcome into my last live stream for 2025. We are on the last day of quarter one, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm so happy that you guys was consistently joining me in my live streams almost every day at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So today is the official last day of these live streams. Now, I did like a live stream a few days ago, and I just kind of been like mentally preparing myself for doing these different video series. As you guys know, when you are a content creator or doing so much different content consistently changes, and the YouTube algorithm is now in favor for what's called video series. So I'm going to start to create different video series that's easy for you guys to watch on whenever time you're on in the world, that will give you direct, clear, and concise information on how to search and apply to grants, some small business development tips and tricks on how to start generating revenue now, and also a little bit more personal information about my life, okay? If you guys don't know, I am a 10-year entrepreneur from Miami, Florida, and I have not lived in the United States in about 3 years. I've lived in Latin America, and now I'm here in Nigeria and West Africa, and I'm also going to go to another place. So I want to share with you guys how I left the US, what that entire process was like, what you need to have best be prepared to leave, and so much more. So come on into the live stream because this is my last live stream for 2025, and everything else will be video series until further notice, unless the YouTube algorithm decides to change towards the end of the year. Okay. So we usually do, like, since the beginning of the year, really since like November, we've been doing 1 hour live streams almost every day. Aside from like the days I'm sick or I'm just like super busy. So I want to give you guys like a safe, vulnerable space to ask me any questions about like grants, about small business development, whatever questions you might have. Come on in. This is like your space, your space to start developing those frequently asked questions. And also, I want to share with you guys in this live stream like what the video series is gonna be like. Okay, we like video series. You guys are actually, like, the algorithm has shown that you guys are more in favor of video series because a lot of you guys actually watch YouTube creators on your TVs, like a lot more now than ever before. And long form content is now about to be like the next big thing, okay? Since TikTok has had its ins and outs with this whole TikTok ban, I believe that you guys are actually like not really into short form content anymore. You're actually getting mentally tired of it. So having a video and someone that you can resonate with and learn from, that's something you guys are interested in. Full disclosure, I don't drink, all right? I'm a Christian woman. So this is literally a pineapple like ginger situation, okay? All right, so grants. All right, I love talking about grants. Grants actually truly helped me with building like my business, with generating a lot, like a big stream of income for the last couple of years. I've been able to teach you guys about grants, what they are, and how to search and apply to them. I have so many live streams and videos about it, but I'm actually going to create a separate video series, direct information, new information, like 2025 information, right? Updated about like, grants, what you need to have, what they are, all that good stuff, right? Because you guys, like, you want like a 10-minute video that will give you all of the direction you need, okay? And then I also, like, with grants, I've been able to win millions of dollars in grants for schools, churches, nonprofit organizations, different private sectors, startups, small business owners. And I myself, I've been able to get a lot of money in grants. That's why I like travel the world. But getting grants is not an easy peasy situation, right? Just like getting any loans, lines of credit, and credit cards is not easy peasy either. Okay. So every opportunity you go for, it's going to take some work. Okay. But that's what I talk about on my channel and how you can do that. So, what questions do you guys have about grants? Okay, grants is debt-free money. You don't have to pay back. That's what I love the most about it. Imagine being able to get like $100,000 for like your transportation company or your medical company or for your youth development company or for your educational business or for your soap business or whatever business you're starting, right? Getting $100,000 up front and you don't have to pay it back. Yeah, that's what I've been teaching for the last 6 years on YouTube. And now that this is the last live stream and we're coming to an end with me talking about this on live, I'm still going to deliver pre-recorded videos, high quality content that's clear and concise and direct, how to search and apply to these grants so you can play it over and over and over and over and over again until it clicks in your mind and until you get it. Okay, friend? So my experience, the most I've ever gotten somebody won a grant opportunity for is $2.5 million, and she was a woman-owned company. She was based in Alaska, I think, and she was like developing like this tech like power plant situation. All right, so one thing I can say, what market industry gets the most, like the most grant money right now, especially in 2025, is tech companies. Like tech companies will get the most money. Let me tell you why. We're in a digital age. All right. We're in a digital age where it's like a lot of digital things going on, from AI to AGI to so many different developments like robots. You got dog robots, you got cars that can drive itself. You got so much stuff going on in technology that we actually live in a digital age now. And they are consistently searching for like that new tech innovation. Because I had to tell my mama. My mama always calling when I'm on live. Okay, so grants. When we're talking about grants, right? You can apply for a grant, search and apply to a grant for any type of business industry that you are into, okay? No matter what type of business industry it is. Like I said, it can be child youth development, like opening up your own child care center. You can do education. You can be a salon owner. Barber can be a lawn care servicer. You can be a real estate developer. You can be opening up your own trucking service, trucking and delivery service. It doesn't matter what type of business industry you're into. You qualify for a grant. Grant is debt-free money that you don't have to pay back. And you can get these grant rewards, okay? Because they're rewards that you actually have to win. It's a competition, friend, okay? But you can get these grant rewards from like any business entity, private investor or sector. So kind of like, like Macy's. All right, Macy's gives out grants, Sephora gives out grants, Amazon gives out grants, DoorDash, Uber, and Uber Eats give out grants, right? These are companies and apps that you use on a daily basis that they actually give out grant money, free money to show commitment to their customers in their community that's shopping with them. And then you can get these grants from your private, like, your local state and governments, right? So, for example, you might live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and they might be giving out $10,000 to any Black woman-owned company that is a youth development business, $10,000, right? And you have to live in Baton Rouge. You got to be based in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's an example. Another example would be like a beauty grant for any company that is based out of Fulton County, Georgia, which is Atlanta, Georgia. A fashion grant that's based out of that's for someone who's based out of Manhattan, New York, right? or somewhere in New York, okay? So you can get a grant from any of your state and local governments, and then also from a private investor or a private sector, kind of like Hello Skip. Hello Skip is an app that you can actually download. Make sure you download Hello Skip and use my invite code Superior Shelby, okay? Because it is a really good business resource tool, a nice app for you to be able to find other grant opportunities you can search for. Now, Hello Skip is a certified nonprofit organization. And what they do is they provide not only grants that you can apply to, but other funding opportunities like loans and lines of credit, and also business credit card. They help you develop a business plan, and they have AI integrated in the app that will help you with answering some of these grant questions. Now, you can download Hello Skip, but Hello Skip, like I said, is a nonprofit organization. They have a YouTube channel and so many different streaming platforms through social media, and they actually share their social media like stream, like ad revenue with their client base, right? Or with their subscribers or users, simply to give you guys like more opportunities to be able to win a grant, right? They give out a $10,000 grant every month and a $1,000 instant grant opportunity every week that you can be in raffle of, okay? Speaking of raffles, there's so many different ways that you can actually win a grant, okay? One way you can win a grant is through a raffle. So like Hello Skip, they do these $1,000 raffles. It's kind of like, think of it like the lotto, right? You can go for those. The second way you can win a grant is through a judgment. So we call this, I call it a judgment, but it kind of works like a point system scale. For example, Like they might be looking at your application answers and it can say, okay, 10% of your score goes towards the completion of the actual application. Did you complete the application in its entirety? Another like 30%, let's say, can go towards, can you show a need for the grant? And then another 30% might go into, can you show grit and determination and perseverance in your development? And then, yeah, so we're at like what, 60, 70%. Then another 30% can go into, like, let's say, your spelling and grammar, right? And how detailed and thorough you are. So that is called like a point system. Sometimes they grade you like A through F, like A, B, C, D, F. So yeah, you can get graded on your actual applications, and that's another way that you can actually win a grant opportunity. Third, you can win a grant just simply by, like, first come, first serve. We like those grants, okay? First come, first serve grant opportunities. We saw a lot of them during COVID relief. So, for example, the SBA targeted advance, where all small business owners got the $10,000 per employee. So they had like hundreds of millions of dollars in the pot, and first come, first serve. You know what I mean? So a lot of those type of solid grant opportunities, like the first come, first serve ones, are actually offered through your state and local government. So it's important for you to be properly prepared and go ahead and apply. As soon as you see the application, friend, don't procrastinate. Apply to it right now. All right? Okay. And then the fourth way that you can actually win a grant is through like a pitch competition. So you guys know about Shark Tank, right? With, Mark Cuban and, Damon John, right? Okay. So pitch competitions is pretty much when you talk about your service or product, the motive behind it, the value of it, and how it's actually needed in the market. So you would pitch this idea to a like panel of judges or to an audience to get them to really understand what your mission is, the problem that you're solving, and how passionate you are about solving that problem. And then if you are the best candidate, all right, then they will give you that opportunity. So those are the 4 ways that you can actually win a grant opportunity. See, when you are trying to win a grant, when I say win, W-I-N, yes, that means grant opportunities are competitions. See, you are not the only business owner or startup that actually aggressively needs this free money. Everybody do, including me, friends, okay? So it's best that you are properly prepared for these free money opportunities that you can get to start a business and scale. Keep in mind, this is my last live stream doing this. So welcome into the chat, okay? If this is your first time noticing me or seeing me and the YouTube algorithm has brought you to me, we praise God. We give God all the glory. My name is Superior Shelby. I'm a 10-year entrepreneur, a 71% successful grant writer. I've won millions of dollars in grants. I travel the world. I'm not just a US-based grant writer. I'm a global grant writer. And this is my last live stream that I'm doing for 2025 because today is the last day for Q1, and I just want to give you guys a safe space to ask me any questions about how to search and apply to a grant and some business development questions, especially as a 10-year entrepreneur. You can Google me, okay? I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, all right? Full disclosure, I don't drink alcohol, so this is pineapple ginger, okay? Love being here in Africa because everything is organic. Okay. So, you know what a grant is. We went over the 4 ways that you can win a grant. We went over the 3 different places that you can get a grant. What questions do you guys have? I want some frequently asked questions. Or I want to see like what questions you guys are having, or what's stopping you from applying to these grants, right? Because I want to make sure that I'm answering those questions in detail when I am recording my pre-recorded series. So even though I'm not doing these live streams anymore for 2025, all right, that does not mean I'm no longer producing any type of content. The YouTube algorithm has changed, and it's always changing, okay? But it's changing in my favor, all right? You guys are more interested in what's called video series. Hence, why you're always paying for that Netflix subscription and all these other video subscriptions you got, and you guys love binge watching series. So that means I'm going to create, and I'm in the process of creating video series about how to search and apply to grants, business development, and a little bit more about my vlogging life. You know what I mean? Like what made me live abroad, what it took for me to leave the US, and the countries I've went to, and what I like and don't like about these countries I went to, right? So we're gonna have a conversation, you guys. You're gonna get to know more about me. in these video series, and it's going to be so fun, and I'm actually having fun actually recording it. Okay, pre-recorded content is always the best because it allows you guys to go back, rewatch, playing in the background while you're, washing clothes, folding up clothes, cleaning up your house, or cooking. Simply, if you catch something, you catch it. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a video series. Go ahead and ask me any questions that you might have about grants, how to search and apply to them, what has been stopping you from going for grants, what are some myths or some reassurance and clarity that you might need on grant opportunities, because you might have heard about grants in the streets, but you ain't really heard about grants from an actual 71% successful grant writer who's been doing this for 10 years and talking about it on YouTube for 6. Okay, so you have the entire safe space to ask me any question that you would like. Okay, drop your questions in the chat. Hey, Pygmy says, where do I find technology corporation grants? Getting into blockchain application development. So where I always find grants is grantwatch.com. You want to be very specific and make sure your grant, the grant that you are looking at is tailored towards your mission, right? So if you're getting into blockchain application or app development, then make sure you put in the filters that you're doing something in technology. Grantwatch.com is a $45 a month subscription. So worth it, because all the grants from government grants, nonprofit organization grants, like industry specific grants that are targeted towards you as an entrepreneur, for example, veteran small business owner grants for Black owned companies. That website is the Google for grants. It's a grant search engine, right? You can also find some technology grants through grants.gov. Grants.gov is quite seasoned. They do look for seasoned business owners. If you are in your app development phases, what I highly advise, because I'm a co-founder to 2 tech companies, right? One is for general services. The other one is a fintech app. So one thing I can say with my experience with applying to grants for a technology company is you need to have your team in order, honey. You need to have professional headshots. You need to have what makes them qualified. You need to have a business pitch deck. You need to have a business plan. You need to have a project plan that shows all of the phases and steps and how much it costs for you to complete those steps. You need to have your ducks in a row. I've actually dove deeper into this, and what you need to have for technology grants in one of my live streams, talking about the $2 million American Seed tech grant. That grant, you can get up to $2 million. And so I literally walk you through the steps of that grant. Well, all of the things that grant is requiring, I totally advise that you have those things together. It actually walks you through how it wants you to complete the business pitch. It actually walks you through on how it wants, or the answers that it wants for your proposal. And that's a 7-month process, but a really great grant to go for. Yes, of course, I've applied to it for both of my tech companies. I'm waiting on my response right now. Okay. Okay. What other questions do you guys have? Okay, so how much do you charge for grant writing? So right now I only have spots for two of my my grant writing services. One is the tier 2. Tier 2 is where you pay $400 a month, and I have a grant writing subscription. So this is not like a one and done with me. I don't do one and dones anymore because I noticed that you guys are actually not interested after I apply to one grant. Grant writing, it takes consistently. Okay, Quinn? This ain't no, oh, I'm gonna apply to one grant and just sit back and wait. No, you gotta aggressively apply. And let me give you an example. You can apply to 50 grants and only get approved to 2 out of the 50 that you apply to. But you don't know which 2 that is. That can be grant number 45. That can be grant number 37. That can be grant number 21. That can be grant number 19. You have to be consistent with applying to grants. It's an aggression. You know what I mean? If you aggressively need this money, then you need to be aggressively applying. What I noticed that most of my clients actually like for me to consistently apply to grants for them. And for the tier 2 service, it's $400 a month. But I apply to 15 grants for you. I always advise that you apply to at least 30 grants a month, because if you apply to 30 grants a month, then you're giving yourself the chance at every day, right? Every day of the month to potentially win one of these opportunities. So I apply to 15 grants, but I still tell you, go to this link, and apply to 15 more on your own, because you want to give yourself the chance. Like I said earlier, you don't know if it's grant number 25, grant number 30, grant number 19 that you might actually win. So it's very important that you continue to apply to grants, even when I apply to just 15 for you. So that's my tier 2 grant writing service. Now, my tier 3 grant writing service is when I actually apply to 30 grants for you every month. Now, majority of my clients that actually win grants, and check out my recent short because I just won $100,000 Goldman Sachs grant. Okay. So it's in the making. So if you want like grant responses like the one I just showed you in my recent short, right, about the Goldman Sachs one, well, most of my clients that get those type of responses or have some really good responses are my tier 3 clients. It's $600 a month, and that's when I apply to 30 grants for you, and you get your own like WhatsApp chat with me. I text and call my mama through WhatsApp, so it's a personalized chat between me, you, and your grant writer who I assigned you, and we are consistently in communication because applying to 30 grants does require me to consistently communicate with you about the documents and extra information that I might need to give to the grantors. Let's talk about what it looks like when you are in the process of getting approved, okay? Let me see. I wonder if I could do a quick green screen really quick. Oh, I could. Okay, so let's go over this green screen. I'm learning YouTube. Okay, let's go over this green screen. Okay, so this is the Goldman Sachs. This is $100,000 grant opportunity, okay? And so this is an email that I recently got for my client. My client, he's actually in my tier 3 service. He pays $600 a month. He's been paying $600 a month since November. Now, this is a grant that we actually applied to back in like December, January. So we are actually we're just now getting a response from it, okay? Okay, so we're just now getting a response from this particular grant that I'm talking about. I have a whole short about like it, this one, and I got like a 30-minute live stream I did last week about like, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. So you check it out. You can check it out, okay? You can check it out. You can check it out for sure. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. Okay, so what other questions do you guys have about grants, how to search and apply to them? We're already 20 minutes in. I'm super excited to share with you guys like my journey. This video series is going to be lit. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and, make sure you turn on push notifications because you don't want to miss any of my pre-recorded content that I'm going to be dropping in my video series. The first video series that I'm currently recording is how to search and apply to grants. It's literally like a 4 to 6 part video series that's going to be clear, concise, and direct about how to search and apply these grants, honey. Each video, no more than 15 minutes. So you can get directly to it, okay? Straight to it. The second video series I'm going to record is more like a vlog series, like my life in Nigeria. It's a 7-part series. I'm telling you about why I came to Nigeria, what I wish I knew before I came here, the pros and cons, my favorite cafe and restaurants, my favorite place to like lodge at, you know what I mean? Which, by the way, shout out to the Living Room Cafe because that's where I am. I always come here to the Living Room Cafe, and over here is where that's like where their lodging area is, you know what I mean? Yes, so they got like a really nice for me, okay? It's like top three, okay? Places to stay at. So yeah, I'm going to because I didn't get much content from all the other lodging places that I like to lodge at, so I'm probably going to do like a whole week of like just staying at different Airbnbs just to give y'all a feel of what I'm doing. Then I'm going to show you guys or explain to you guys where's the next location I'm going. I've been in Nigeria for almost like 6 to 7 months. So I think I've overstayed my welcome. It's about time for me to go to another country. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I talk about my visa process, what that looks like, and how you can get a visa truly and easy peasy way. Then my third video series is going to be small business development. So like what every business needs to have. I'm going to talk about how to start generating revenue now. Some business, like the top 5 businesses I would actually get into if I was starting a whole new business in 2025. I'm going to talk about that. So I think that's more like a 4-part series. And then my last video series I'm going to record is going to be about, I'm setting up an Amazon store. So my Amazon store series, you guys are going to get to see what it's like to set up an Amazon store. And I'm selling internationally. If you guys don't know, I sell like this. It's called the Fasara black soap. It's an African black soap that has helped me out with my eczema. Yes, I have eczema and also a little bit of hyperpigmentation every now and again. And living here in Abuja in such dry weather, I have really seen my skin change in so many different ways. But this black soap has been a drastic like helper for me. And it's been able to keep my skin nice and shiny and clear and just like beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to be setting up my Amazon store so that way I can start selling my black soap. I've already used Etsy, but Etsy sell like the Etsy fees to like deliver is like crazy. So I'm going to see what Amazon has to offer, and I'm just going to share my entire experience. And also I'm going to share my goals, my income goals, my revenue goals, all that good stuff. Okay. So much that we're going to be talking about in 4 different video series. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like I said before, and just give some engagement. You know what I mean? Because engagement is very much key in this new YouTube algorithm situation. Now, I was thinking about doing a separate series about my content journey. I've been a content creator for about 6 years, and I'm not a content person that has like started on Instagram or started on TikTok. Nah, I've always been on YouTube. So I have different experiences on YouTube. Like I'm an OG at this YouTube thing, okay? I started in with this YouTube thing about like 6 years ago, and you know, at the beginning it was very terrifying, and then I just had to get really, really like used to talking on camera, things like that. And your girl wasn't, you know, always this vibrant and beautiful, and you know, I was, you know, I had to change up. So I'm thinking about like sharing my journey and what that was like. So hopefully that will give you guys some motivation about like possibly getting into this content world, which is a really good extra stream of income in so many different ways. Okay. All right, so enough about me. What other questions? Do you guys have any questions about how to search and apply to grants? Welcome in, all of you people. If the YouTube algorithm has brought you here and you tapped on my live stream, that means you are looking for debt-free opportunities to start and scale a business. And I'm so happy that you're here. God bless you. Okay. I'm Superior Shelby. I'm a 71% successful grant writer and a 10-year entrepreneur. I have won millions of dollars in grants. You can Google me, all right? Or you can visit my website, superchargemybusiness.com. I have so many different testimonials, video testimonials of real people who have talked about my services. I'm so blessed to have you here. Glory be to God, okay? And I love talking about grants, but today is the last day for Q1, and it's also my last live stream simply because the YouTube algorithm is changing, and I have decided to get more into video series. So I'm giving you guys this safe space to ask me any questions about grants, how to search and apply to them, things like that. And we're just having like a simple conversation about what's to come with my YouTube content. All right. So welcome in. Pineapple ginger. Pineapple ginger juice is so good. Yes, you guys. I'm so excited to share my journey. And I can't wait to tell you guys exactly where's the next place, like the next country I'm going to travel to. Ooh, it's going to be so fun. How has Trump changed the grant landscape? Tyrone, thank you so much for asking that question. That's a really good question, and I just want to let you know he ain't changed it at all. The small business grants that I'm always talking about on YouTube are grants that are actually funded through private investors and private sectors like Hello Skip, Hello Alice, the Fearless Fund, Black Ambition Prize, and like different celebrities like Pharrell Williams, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, okay, Damon John, funded by like private investors and people's actual pockets. Two, they're also funded by like, you know, other big companies like Amazon, Walmart, Macy's, Sephora, so many different companies, right, that use their income to provide different grants for startups and small business owners. And then you also can get a grant through like your state and local government, but these are still not federally funded opportunities. Federally funded grants are more of those like, let's say, personal grant opportunities. Personal grants is another word for a welfare opportunity. So like, let's say food stamps, right? Food stamps, WIC assistance, Title 20, What else is another one? Social Security, right? Medicare, Medicaid. Those are all personal grant opportunities, aka welfare opportunities that you get. And those are actually federally funded. So yes, those will be impacted by what's going on in politics. But these small business grants are actually funded by, like, they're funded by everybody else's pockets. Like, for example, I put my money in with a whole bunch of other grant writers and other fund like business people who like do like loans and all the other stuff, like business credit developers, stuff like that. And we give out like a $5,000 grant at the end of the year. Okay. Now, that's our money. I just so happen to share my YouTube revenue, just like Hello Skip do. Hello Skip is a federally certified nonprofit organization. They share their YouTube revenue every month, and donations and donations and money from other sponsors and private investors and stuff that give them money to be able to give us a $10,000 opportunity every month. Therefore, it's not federally funded. The government can't tell me how and when and where and who to give my money to. Okay, if I want to give out $20,000 to one of my followers or one of my users or whatever have you, or my clients, I can do so freely. All I have to do is just report on my taxes. I gave out $20,000 charitable gifts and rewards. And to be honest with you, with these big companies like Macy's and Sephora, can you bring me another one, Ma? You know what I had? Yeah, you know. Yes, I love it. Thank you. So, and you know what? That's why these big companies be giving out money like that. All right, because it helps them out on their taxes. Speaking of taxes, okay, let's talk about it. My 2024 taxes, I just filed my taxes using TurboTax. Shout out to TurboTax. No, it's not a sponsorship or anything like that. I wish it was. But I just filed my taxes, and when I first filed it, right, that number went from 20,000 down to 12,000. Then I put in it, so I owe as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. I've never gotten I don't have children. I don't have dependents. Okay. So I've never gotten any type of refund. Shout out to y'all who has gotten a refund. I hope you're having a great time with that. And I hope that you're investing it properly, because we don't know what's going to happen for income tax these next 4 years. So now I've been able to bring it down from 12,000 to 8,000. So I actually want to talk about like what I write off on my taxes as a content creator, what I write off on my taxes as a small business, like consultation, let's say development coach. But I fall under like consulting businesses. So what I write off on my taxes to help it go from 12,000 to 8,000. And I'm hoping to get it from 8,000 to like 4,000. If we could get down to like 3,000, 3,000, if we can get it down to 3,000. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Thank you, Lord. But $8,000, Jesus Christ. Okay. And you know what? Living abroad has definitely made me a bit cheap. It's made me a bit cheap. And I say that because you know what? I say that with the most respect possible. Simply because I've been able to live a high quality life at a really good expense. Okay. And so paying $8,000 in taxes is definitely not on like my top of the list for 2025. All right. I don't like these US bills. And now that I live outside the US, I haven't lived in the US for about 3 years, but I still have to pay my taxes, because if I don't pay my taxes, I might not be able to keep my citizenship. Just kidding. I don't know what that looks like, but still, I don't want to one day fly back to Miami, back home, and then like the cops be ready for me because I got a warrant out for my arrest because I ain't paying my taxes. You know what I mean? Uncle Sam don't play, and I don't want to play with Uncle Sam. Okay. And hey, Noni, how you got? You got it. Yes, thank you. Exactly. You don't know. You don't know what the current administration. Exactly. You just really don't know. We don't know these days. I feel like with this new presidential administration, we're all just winging it every day. Even with me living outside the US, I keep up with the news. I keep up what's going on because my money comes from the US and I make money in USD and I have to pay taxes. So what goes on politically affects me too, even if I'm living abroad, as well as voting. Just because I live abroad, that don't mean I can't vote. No shade, no tea to my expats. But y'all better had voted. I had done voted. Oh, yeah. I'm getting thick. That's why I need to go on a diet. I'm busting out the seams in these jeans, okay? Thank you. Yes. You know what? I think I'm glowing because, and I'm going to be completely vulnerable here because, you know, I like to be completely vulnerable. I like to share my business development. Even though I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years, I like to share what I go on, what I go through spiritually and through my business development process too. Like, yes, I have sometimes where it's time for me to go to the next level, and I go through this thing like fear, right? Fear of the unknown. You guys know exactly what that is because it makes you procrastinate and it makes you not move or be motivated at all to do what God is telling you to do because you simply don't have direction. It's like, you know, God is telling your heart and the Holy Spirit is telling you, you need to do this. But then it's like, I don't want to do it and I don't know how to do it, and I'm not confident that I can deliver. Okay. And I understand where you're coming from with that because these last couple of days, like these last 4 or 5 days, I've been actually experiencing that and I've been feeling that. And I can't say I haven't. You can even check my last live stream. I was definitely not motivated because that was like one of the days that I was just so deep in my mind where I was like, I just simply don't know. Like, I don't know how to deliver this. Like, I don't know how to leave my people from my daily live streams. And I've made these daily live streams literally a part of my life. Like, I've made it a part of like my work day. So if I'm not doing daily live streams, what does that look like for my content? What does that look like for my streaming numbers? What does that look like for the number of subscribers I have? Will I lose subscribers? Will I lose money? And potentially, yes. But guess what? You gotta have faith of mustard seed at least. Okay. And with that being said, I have faith that this transition of going into doing video series and doing something different with my content and delivering will be something that I know God wants me to do, but it's also like I have to trust God in the process. So I'm just like, okay, at an instant. And I'm really bad with loving instant gratification. Yeah, I'm the type of person that when I put out a video, I want it to hit 10,000 or better. In the name of Jesus. But that's not how it goes, okay? It's a growth process and it's just a thing of consistency. And I'm always preaching consistency. So with that being said, I'm actually like, I'm just like, today I prayed so hard because you guys on Mondays, I go for Monday prayers and stuff like that. And I was so demotivated. I didn't even go to church yesterday. So I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot believe myself. Like, Lord, please forgive me. But yeah, but today I was just like, I'm not going to sit in the house. I'm not going to like keep downing myself about this transition. It's just actually time for me to just plan and execute. Plan and execute. Plan and execute. Plan it and then execute it, Shelby. Plan it out. So what I've been doing while I've been in my like demotivated, depressive mode, low key, for the last 4 days, I was also still staying productive by watching other YouTube videos about how to record and like cinematics so I can bring you guys that content, like that quality content you deserve. And what's like a vision storyboard and how to deliver this video series and what's new on the YouTube algorithm. So I can make sure that I'm up to date on these new YouTube algorithms and all this good stuff. So I can make sure that the video series that I'm putting out now is going to reach all the people that it needs to reach. Also, continuing to make sure I provide education in my content is high key number one for me. Okay, I'm a big educator and I love to share all the gems, all the knowledge for free. Okay, even though I paid the money for it, I feel like everybody deserves education at a free price. Cool. Okay, now when we talking about doing it a service, I'm a hustler. Right, I believe in the game is free, the hustle is sold separately. You understand? The game is free, the hustle is sold separately. Now, if you want me to search and apply to grants for you, you gotta pay and you gotta see value in it. But at least you can learn how to search and apply to grants yourself. So, why this is my last live stream, okay, is simply because the YouTube algorithm has changed and you guys are actually more into video series. They have done a whole poll about this. They know the analytics, and majority of you guys actually watch YouTube on your TVs or on your tablets in like landscape form. You guys like to watch YouTube in your backgrounds when you're cooking, when you're cleaning, when you're folding up clothes, whatever have you. So I want to make sure I provide high quality content that's clear, concise, and direct on different video series that you can watch, and you can also get to learn more about me on a personal level too. So let's talk about what's to come. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because that's like internal push notifications, because that's actually how you're going to be able to get notified about the new videos that I'm dropping. Okay, all pre-recorded content, high quality. We're gonna be delivering and giving and delivering. Okay, all right. So the first video series obviously is going to be about how to search and apply to grants. I think you guys truly need a video series. It's going to be like a 4 to 6 part series, clear, concise, direct, straight to the point, like 10 to 15-minute videos that teaches you about what grants are, how to search and apply to it, how to how to be prepared for them, some grant tips, and some frequently asked questions, right? And I'm going to be answering them. So that entire video series, you can put it, it's going to be like a playlist kind of thing. You know what I mean? YouTube is switching over to video series. So you know how you go on like Netflix and you watch your favorite Netflix show and it's like part 1, like episode 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that's how it's going to be. So my first video series is going to be like a 4 to 6 episodes strictly about grants. I'm doing this because there's a lot of people that actually like to sit down and watch 10 to 15-minute videos and learn direct information so they can get it, apply the information, and get to it. I want you guys to start executing on your grant writing journey. So this is very important. Very important. And I don't have like a video series or pre-recorded content that's very direct. So I think that this is going to be good for you guys because you can always go back to this video series and make sure you catch the information you need instead of watching these hour-long live streams. And then like, you're like, okay, I don't even know what's going on. I might miss something. Okay. So that's that. So the first video series is about how to search and apply to grants. The second video series is going to be more personal. It's going to be about my blog journey here in Nigeria. I've been in Nigeria for about 6 months, going 7. And I'm going to talk about like my experience, why I came to Nigeria. I'm going to talk about why I came to Nigeria, my favorite cafes and restaurants, my favorite lodging areas like Airbnbs and hotels. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons that I've experienced in Nigeria. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to be showing all of my stuff. And I'm so excited about that because I feel like I haven't set out any type of time to be able to sit down and record that type of vlog content that you guys might want to learn more about Nigeria. And hopefully it gives you like an idea of whether or not you want to travel to Nigeria or not. Now, full disclosure, I am going to go to another country really soon. We're talking like in the next couple of weeks. So I'm wrapping up my Nigeria series. I'm going to be wrapping it up. All right, so that's the second video series. The third video series is basically going to be about small business development tips. So pretty much what every business needs to have, right? From business registration up to brand development. It's also going to go into how to start a revenue generating business. I'm going to talk about different like tips, right? Different small business development tips. So that's going to be really fun. Like a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about in this small business development series is going to be about things that you usually don't see on YouTube. And it's going to be like a wide conversation. So with you guys commenting on each video, it's going to create like a frequently asked question. So that way each video series, I can do a bonus where I just answer your questions and we just go through the chat. So make sure you're being engaged because the more you're engaged, the more I can keep producing these YouTube series. And then the last YouTube series I'm going to do is going to be about my Amazon stores, thing. All right. Amazon store adventures is what I'm calling it. So I'm starting the Amazon store because I think that selling internationally, right? Selling my products internationally, because I'm in Africa and I've gotten into agriculture. There's so many different dry goods, including my Fasara black soap that I want to sell on Amazon that will allow me to have an ability to sell internationally, right? Now, I've been using Etsy, but Etsy is just not that girl. She's not that girl for international selling, okay? And I got people in the UK that want to buy this stuff. So I'm going to show you my entire process of how I start my Amazon store based out of Nigeria, and how I'm going to be able to sell West African based products and sell it to the world using Amazon. And hopefully, and I'm also going to share my goals too, like what my income goal is, all that good stuff. Oh, also in my small business development series, I'm going to talk about what my income goals are and how I'm going to reach that, and how you can actually pay yourself. Thank you. How you can actually pay yourself, right? The best ways to pay yourself, like how to stay on top of payroll, because you are your payroll. So what does that look like, right? Pineapple and ginger. Mm, mm. The treat is so good. Okay, so yeah, what questions do you guys have? We got like 15 minutes left, but I'm having fun with you. I'm having fun with you guys on the last live stream. This is my last live stream for 2025. I'm gonna miss y'all, but I'm gonna be seeing y'all in the comments. I believe my superior. Oh, so about my Sunday classes, I believe I'm still gonna do that, but they're gonna be pre-recorded too. All right, they're gonna be pre-recorded, and I'll do like once a month where I'll do like a live stream where we'll be like on Zoom type of thing, but it'll still be a live stream on YouTube. So that will be like once a month, but I'm setting that up to where it will make sense with my schedule and with you guys' schedule too. Okay, so if you are a channel member, I want to say thank you so much. Keep in mind that the money, or the $3 or $20 or whatever you pay for this channel membership, it goes towards children in their education development. All right, I give all of the money, that's about $300 out of my YouTube check, and I pay it in tithes and offering in church. And what the church does is they give that money to children's parents or to the schools of those children so they can pay their school fees. Children here in Africa, they don't go to school for free. They have to pay for their education. So that's where that money goes towards. Okay. And I've shown proof of that on my YouTube short, so you can check that out. So yeah, it's like, you being a part is like you paying tithes and offering too. Okay. Okay. So what questions do you guys have? All of YouTube is switching to that episode like content series. So the algorithm is going to be more in favor of it, right? So not all of YouTube, you'll still have the ability to just drop your shorts, do YouTube live streams, whatever have you, right? And with every social media platform, whatever like they're switching to, it's always good to like cater towards what they're switching to, because that's how they're going to push your content out to more and more people. Well, more and more people are watching YouTube like a series, or like it's Netflix on their TVs. So now that they've noticed that, also these even though I'm not in the US or whatever have you, I still sign up to watch a lot of these social media conferences. Like I joined the conference through like whatever Zoom link or whatever have you, and you do have to pay for a ticket still. So because I still attend these virtually, attend these social media conferences, they've definitely talked about how they are changing the landscape, and actually a lot of social media apps are switching over to long form content. Long form content is like videos up to, let's say, 20 minutes or so. You guys are getting more into that. And it shows just off of the streaming platforms like Netflix and all these other streaming platforms that we have, right? So because you guys are more into that and you're watching YouTube more at home on your TVs, well, let me just provide some high quality content that you could just throw on for like 15 minutes. And then, you can play whatever else you want to play in the background. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yes. I'm going to miss you guys on this YouTube. But honestly, like, I'm still excited. I'm keeping myself excited for sure about this transition. Definitely, it's like a sad farewell. A sad farewell, because it's a thing of getting out of your comfortability. I've gotten so comfortable with just putting it in my daily routine of coming on here on YouTube every day, knowing that you guys are going to show up, or knowing that it's going to attract new people. And so it's like a thing where it's time to let go. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go and do something that's different and get out of my comfort zone, and also, be more direct. And I have to shine more of God's glory. So I'll be talking more about like so many different journeys that I've been on. But these first 4 series is going to be like a start. It's going to be a real start to um, this. Is going to be a real start to this whole new thing. Welcome in, you guys. If you're new here, I'm Superior Shelby, a 71% successful grant writer, okay, and a 10-year entrepreneur. I've been writing grants for a long time, and this is my last live stream for 2025, especially today is the last day for quarter one. Let's have a conversation about that. How was your quarter one? Like, did you waste your quarter one, or did you actually like put some effort into your development process and you made some money? All right. Now I've made a couple of dollars. Look, I've made a couple of dollars. But did I hit my income goals? No, I didn't. So I'm being fully transparent with you. I plan on going harder for quarter two. And tomorrow starts quarter two. Please list the grant websites. Well, I don't have my laptop with me, but grantwatch.com. Grantwatch.com. That's why I'm going to do the video series, because literally the video series is going to give you the direct information you need. You can just pause and go back. You know what I mean? Because now we on a live stream and it's like, you ain't going to remember to come back here. Yeah, we're going to be honest with ourselves. 2025, we don't BS. We don't BS. Okay? You might be in the middle of doing something right now. So grantwatch.com, that is the grant website that I use to search and apply to grants. Yeah. Yep. So you guys, we're in the last 9-10 minutes of the live stream. Do you guys have any last minute remarks? Oh, I'm gonna miss ya. I can't believe this is my last live stream for 2025. And I'm going to be so serious about it. It's my last live stream publicly. Like, obviously, like I'm going to do 1 monthly live streams just for like a space of Q&A for the members. But other than that, like, the series is a good idea. Yeah, it's literally YouTube. Like, YouTube was like, y'all boys need to start doing series. Okay? Because that's what's going on. I was like, you know what? I was so confused on how I was going to deliver this. I was like, how in the world am I going to do this? And like, now that I think about it, I'm like, aha, this is actually really good, because I find myself, I'm watching all of these like 15-minute video, 20-minute videos about how to make sure my content is clear and crisp. And I'm actually enjoying these videos. Like, I watched this one girl's vlog series. Like, I love her vlog series, and she does less than 10,000 subscribers, but she lives in Thailand. And I'm just like, I love this girl vlog stream. Like, I just love everything about it. Every video is like 10-20 minutes, and I actually like watching her vlogs. So I'm like, video series is actually like quite cool, because it's like, especially for me as an educator, as a person who always come on here and talks about grants, and I'm always educating you about grants, like a video series would be really good for me, because you can have like a whole playlist of videos, and each video is going to tell you step by step on how to search and apply to grants, where you can find them, how to be best prepared for them, how to write a grant proposal, things like that. So it's going to be very direct. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my video series. And then also, you guys have asked me questions about living abroad. So I'll be able to do a separate series about me living abroad and why I left the US 3 years ago. Right. And then like another one about small business development, because originally I've been a small business development coach the entire time. So my 10-year entrepreneurial journey, what that looked like, and different lessons I had to learn. So it's going to be like a really good, vulnerable, safe space for us to just like kumbaya. And I want you guys to be like active in the comments, because that really gives me like understanding of like what our conversation should be like in like the next series and the next series and the next series. And then, like, I'm going to do a series on my Amazon adventure, right? How I'm starting a new Amazon store. And a lot of people want to get into e-commerce, but they simply don't know how to do that. So I'm going to like deliver the most simplest, comprehensive way on how to start like an Amazon store and what that looks like selling international products, right? Because I'm in Africa. So what it looks like to sell, like, I don't know, teas or African black soap directly from Africa. So yeah, I followed you for a little bit, but this is my first live. Hey, Tyrone. And I guess the last, but I appreciate the content, and I'm going to dive on in. You're a beautiful girl, and I hope you stay in the affirmative. Thank you so much, and God bless you. I'm so happy that the algorithm has brought you to me. The last live stream. We're in the last 5 minutes of our live stream. You guys. What else do you guys have to say? This is my last live stream for 2025. I've learned so much on these last 5 days of me just like studying more about the new YouTube algorithm and things like that. And I've noticed that so much has changed, man. It's not even about thumbnails anymore. It's not about titles anymore. It's really about like being very direct, being very direct in your title, and then just delivering good content. Simple as that. So yeah, last 5 minutes, you guys. Okay, I want to start my own Faceless YouTube channel, so maybe you can help with that too. Well, I've never started a Faceless YouTube. I've seen people do that, so I don't think I would be good at that. Because I think it's like, I've always had my face on YouTube, so I don't know what that looks like starting a Faceless YouTube channel. I don't know. Maybe if I start one on my own, but I'm probably not going to pick up any more projects at the time. So maybe later this year I might do a series on it. No, I mean the YouTube channel. Oh yeah, just how to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of videos out on that, but yeah. Cool. Yep. Good stuff. Hey, how's it going? Yes, you guys, this is my last YouTube live stream. Today is actually the last day for Q1. I've delivered on my promise. I told you guys that I'm not going to be doing any more of these daily live streams after Q1. Today's the last day of Q1. Tomorrow, April 1st, starts Q2. Don't be no fool. Okay? So, my Q1 has been quite developing, I can say. Like, my Q1 has been developing since January. I've went through a lot of emotions, trying to find more directions, watching my numbers, trying to make sure that I hit certain income goals, and doing what I'm used to doing. My Q1 was simply comfortability and being consistent and doing things that I knew that worked, and it didn't work for me anymore. So that's quite heartbreaking. So towards the end of this Q1, it's the heartbreak hotel right now. All right, it's a heartbreak hotel. But I have so much faith that my Q2, 3, and 4 are all going to be much better than what the beginning of this year has been. And usually, the beginning of the year is like my best time. Like, it's, you guys are starting a business. You guys are actually looking for that content. But I think that the live streams just did not do much justice as I thought it would do for me this Q1 for 2025, like how it did for me Q1 2024. Q1 2024, I made well over $30,000. And that's off of multiple streams, like from YouTube, from selling a course, from doing the exercise of where you guys buy a course and I apply to one grant for you. By the way, don't forget $10,000 honeycomb credit grant ends in like 2 or 3 days on April 2nd. So yeah, like, and it didn't work. It didn't work out. And I was just like, wow, this is really sad. This is really sad. Sometimes doing what you know is not like the way to go. You know, sometimes you just got to do what's very uncomfortable or learn a different way. And so you have to get out of your own way. Fun fact. The old way of doing marketing is no longer a thing in 2025. So paying for ads and Google ads and Facebook ads and Meta ads, like, that's not a thing in 2025. There's no point in you saying that in your marketing strategy. That's not like a thing anymore. So what I've been telling you guys in these live streams is definitely like what's going to work. So obviously I'm going to say that in my small business development YouTube series that's coming out. The YouTube series is going to be lit. All right, you guys. Any last minute remarks? We're in the last minute or two. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys so much. But make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on push notifications so that way you don't miss out on any of my video series. I want to see you guys in the comments. Okay, definitely want to see you in the comments because the comments is where I'm gonna be living at now. It's where I'm gonna be residing. You kept going, so kudos to you and never give up. Keep winning. Thank you. I'm gonna miss you too, little lady. Aw, peace and blessings, friends. Aw, peace and blessings to you. We've had such a great time together. And now it's time for us to leave. So I want to thank you guys so much for being just as consistent as I have been in quarter one with consistently coming on live at 9 a.m. Eastern time. If you are a member of my channel, make sure you, or if you're not, make sure you subscribe. It's only $3 a month. But I'm going to be dropping some very detailed pre-recorded content there. And I'm actually going to be applying to grants. So that's what you can expect. And if you are a member, I'm still going to do once a month a live stream just for the members. So make sure you join the channel as a member if you still want to see me live and in effect. Other than that, watch out for my pre-recorded series. Within the next week, I'm going to drop the first series in the first episode of the first series. So yeah, I'm super excited. Where do I find YouTube changes? Honestly, I follow certain creators that will inform you. And I also, because I have a YouTube channel, they will send you an invite to virtually join the YouTube like conference conversation. So they've actually said this. And so many other YouTubes have actually, you'll see a video that says like changes that are coming in 2025 in social media. So that's where you can find like a lot of this information from. I follow like Sean Garrett, who's like a OG YouTuber. He always talks about how to like start a YouTube channel. So he's really good. Colin and Samir, right? Colin and Samir is a really great podcast you can watch here on YouTube that will give you some like social media insight. There's so many other like reputable creators that you can go to that you can find this information from. So yeah, you guys, I appreciate you guys being with me. Shout out to y'all. And I will see you guys in the comments, okay? Peace and blessings. And we're wrapping up quarter one. I pray that you guys have an amazing quarter two. You start generating revenue. Take all of the tips and tricks that you learned in quarter one, actually execute it, and make some money, okay? I'll see y'all on the other side of business and in the comments. Bye-bye for now.